This topic is along lines of creating content, which I've been talking about a little bit. I've talked a little bit about how it's hard to create content. It's hard to, video content specifically is tough. You're putting yourself out there. You're going to be your harshest critic. You're also going to get criticism from other people. And, you got to know what to listen to and kind of what not to listen to. So it's tough. One of the things that I think you want to do is sort of try to hack your psychology. And what I mean by that is, so for me, for example, I'm doing these streams. There's a couple things I'm doing first thing in the morning that make these streams easier to do. I have a little routine, which is I got my morning cup of coffee with sugar and cream. I want to eventually get off the sugar and cream, but I used to do multiple cups of coffee a day with sugar and cream. And now I'm down to one. And then if I have more coffee, I'll have black coffee. But anyways, the sugar and the cream coffee is one of my favorite parts of the day, right? And sugar is, it's a drug. It makes you happy, right? It makes you feel good. So I have that cup of coffee. I respond to all my mentions on Twitter in batch. So that's cool because it kind of like reminds me of all the interesting interactions I had throughout the previous day. Whereas when you're checking Twitter on an ongoing basis, you're kind of just thinking about the most recent thing. So there's something cool about just looking at all the meaningful interaction I had over a period of time. I'm like, oh, cool. Like, this is cool. Like, people are interacting with me and people are interested in what I have to say, blah, blah, blah. And then I sort of review everything I want to talk about and then I do it. So what's funny is that multiple times a day, I'll be doubting myself and I'll be like, I suck at this and this is not good and this is a waste of time, blah, 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 blah. And you want to give up. I've tried doing video in the past and I've given up on it. And I think that, my buddy Philip talks about this a lot. So much of when you're creating content, when you're creating a podcast, so much of it is just staying in the game, just continuing to put stuff out and not giving up. So much of it, like I said, I want to do this 100 days in a row and I'm 23 days in, which is cool, but maybe I'll give up at day 24. It's hard to stick with it because, again, you're such a harsh critic of yourself and you do get some criticism from other people as well. So I think if you're creating content, I think that you want to try to find ways to hack your psychology. You are going to be your own worst enemy in a way. You're going to criticize yourself. And there's going to be times during the day where you're going to feel like, man, I don't have anything to say. I don't have anything interesting to say. I don't have anything unique to say. But if you can create a routine, maybe that's the morning for you. Maybe it's some other time of day. Maybe it's whatever. One of the reasons why podcasts work when you co-host with somebody is that's a way that you're hacking your psychology because you're going to be more up when you're with somebody else versus if you're just by yourself. So if it's a time of day thing, if it's a setting thing, anything you can do to just put yourself in that right state of mind for a period of time during the day, whether that's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, to where you can just be in a good place to create content, I think is helpful.